Hello everyone, it's Melissa. I'm back and today I am sharing a fun Easter layout. Now, if you've been following me for a little while, you know that when I have a lot of photos to share, yeah, you could do multiple layouts, but I tend to just do one and call it good. I generally, if I have a weekend to share, or a trip, I always revert to pocket pages because it allows me to showcase the photos and the events in the way that I like. So I'm deciding to have a lot of photos on this page, and as a matter of fact I used 7, and I'm going to use a grid style, which is my go-to for a lot of pictures. Now, you saw me pull from my product jar and I got flare, phrase stickers, punches, mist, sequence, stitching, sewing, brads, and of course the alpha and thicker stickers. And what I started showing you in the beginning was that I misted that very vanilla Stampin' Up! Color background paper with old Tattered Angels pink bubblegum and turquoise blue. And what I'm doing right now is matting my 2x3 photos on white cardstock from my stash. I have other elements pulled that I want to use on this page, and one of them is an alpha sticker from Shindig from Doodlebug, or called Shindig from Doodlebug. And I'll actually incorporate it. I'm trying to go through my thickers, so I'll actually incorporate it later, and I'll show you that later on in the video. So I am just using a tag that I had sitting on my table to make a template for another tag on my project. I also showed you that I pulled some 6x6, a paper pad from Crate Paper, and I also pulled, do you guys remember the product line Sandy Lion? It was almost like a Jolie's, or I don't know, like dimensional stickers. That has been in my stash forever. Anyway, I used those flowers that you see in the top right, and the bunny, and the egg there on the page. Those are all from super duper old 3D embellishment cardstock stickers from I don't even know when. So right now on the page you see me cutting a stamp that's from Studio G, and it says Somebody Loves You, and I stamped it with Stampin' Up! Island Indigo, and I actually embossed it with clear embossing powder as well on a piece of vellum. And I'm going to attach that up to this top yellow piece of grid paper, and I'm going to use some gold staples from American Crafts to do that. Also, I have a pink piece of flare pulled and some brads. I also have a basket sticker. You can see a wood veneer ampersand. You can see some turquoise tealy buttons. And the other thing you can maybe make out is that I have a title, Hippity Hoppity. And what I did is I used the Shindig Doodlebug font stickers. They're actually like a flocked white. And because of course I was missing a handful of letters, I went ahead and incorporated my Lawn Fawn Kohl's ABCs alpha, and also my MFT little lowercase alpha. And those two alphabets go really well together, and they actually made for a very playful and wonky title. And it went well with the Doodlebug thickers, or alpha stickers. So what you see me doing there, back to that piece of yellow paper, I cut down those flowers a bit, and I'm going to glue them on. I cut the leaves off because I didn't feel like they were needed. And just going to glue them under that piece of vellum. And I love how this layout turned out, you guys. It's super playful, very whimsical. I'm just very pleased with it. The other thing that I like is, of course, that I got several old elements used up out of my stash. So whenever that happens, I'm always super pleased. I'm going to glue this egg down, but not before I decide that the basket needs some more color behind it. So I find some stickers that were in my stash, another really old element. I honestly can't even remember where they're from, but they're the sheets that you like tear off the roll. You guys remember those, I'm sure, if you've been scrapping for any amount of time. Yeah, there they are. I'm actually going to cut some of those Easter eggs in half, so because just really little bits of color is going to be peeking out from behind that basket, so I can utilize the couple of eggs that I have and make more. So in fact, that's what I'm going to do. And I like that quite a bit better. I'm going to remove that dimensional sticker. Quite often I take the dimensional off those cardstock puffy stickers, 3D embellishments, just because I feel like it's super unnecessary. The fact that the embellishment already has cardstock layered for fun looks is already, in my opinion, 3D enough. So yeah, I really like how that looks much better. I have an old piece of ephemera, it's just an old ticket. I'm going to stamp the date on there, which turns out to be April 12th. Actually, and next to that, you'll see later that I will sew down 3 buttons from my stash. I'm adding some brads here. That was a product pull, just some miscellaneous items from my stash. I don't know where that piece of flare is from, and I'm going to add some gold thread behind it. Just going to ball it up like Missy Wooden does and knot it up and put it behind there, just because that egg that says, I don't know if you can see it, but it does say Happy Easter on it, and I wanted more gold bits in there. So what I'm showing you here is a fun little hack. I have a flat iron, I purchased it from Walmart, and it's strictly for my craft room, and it's really just for ironing out fabrics and ribbon, because I have a lot of ribbon that's been in my stash for quite a bit of time, and it gets all crinkly and wrinkled, and I don't like it. So I use that flat iron to iron out ribbon in my stash, and it makes it look brand new. So I love that. So I'm adding a glue dot behind that piece of flare. I'm going to knot up that gold. And yeah, the only thing for my product jar that I don't get put on the page is sequins, and it's only because I felt like this page had generally had enough going on. I liked that I kept the embellishments mostly to those pattern paper squares, and I liked how it was wonky. So here you see me with some phrase stickers from Tim Holtz, and on that top box I have pulled, I'll have my peeps call your peeps, and it was just a long sticker that I cut in half. On the square that has the ampersand, the wood veneer, I have hopping and colorful. Here I'm making a whole reinforcement for my tag, just from scraps from that same 6x6 piece of pattern paper. Some of the things that I also used was like that top yellow square. That's actually a Project Life card I just cut down into the square shape I wanted. I print these pictures at 2x3, but I in fact alter them and cut them down to meet my needs. And yes, I could have done separate layouts, but my kids are older now, so Easter is just, I don't want to say it's just another day, because they look forward to dyeing the eggs and doing, looking for the eggs in the morning and whatnot. But it's not like it used to be. So, 15 and almost 13-year-olds, so it's quite a bit different. So I kind of feel like just putting it into one is just fine. I didn't get my puppy documented this year in Easter, but it was just because she was being crazy. So I'm adding some cork hearts there. Those are old, from I think close to my heart. I'm gonna start adding the title, which is Hippity Hoppity. I'm not gonna make you watch me do that. I am gonna add some twine, just some hemp twine from my stash, and I'm gonna double it up to get me more of a bulkier bow. I'm gonna add some pattern paper from my stash. That's an old one from Basic Gray. Just some turquoise polka dots. And I only used it, it was strictly more of like a element to bring more turquoise into the page. I'm adding some score tape because I want my Happy Everything ribbon to be very secure. I'm going to put that down, and eventually here I will staple it with the gold staples to reinforce it and add decorative element sides to the sides of that. And that's about it. I love how this came together. If you have made it to the end, I would love a thumbs up if you liked this video. Please consider subscribing. I would love to get more subbies. And I'm usually here once a week to share some creativity. So yeah, I would love for you to follow me on my other social media platforms at Instagram and Facebook, which I will link in the description box below. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I will do my best to answer them. I'm going to show you some close-ups here, and what I didn't mention before is that I did add a piece of bling to that happy Easter egg by the basket there because it was missing, I guess, for whatever reason. I don't know, those bits are old and they fell off, so I just wanted them to be all matchy-matchy. And yeah, that's it. So like I said, there'll be some still shots at the end, and give this video a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing. And I will be back soon, guys, and I appreciate you watching, and yeah, stay safe. All right, thank you. Bye.